Welcome back to another episode brought to you by Game Glitches. We're gonna take a look at Pillars of Eternity and a brand new companion that you can acquire
Easy now.
in Caed Nua. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. The companion's name is Kana. He's located right as you exit the bridge and you come up talk to him. You ask him what he's doing here. He is, just basically
but the truly
traveling
interesting
and
part
looking
is
for a
in
book.
there. And I seek a
As you
year
continue
I've
through the
journeyed in search
progress,
of the rest.
and you
I
tell him,
uncovered
let's
evidence
go
that
together.
leads excellent. I say believe, but I've been
And of course, you will get a version where, you can switch your party members if you're full on party members. Now, let's take a look at a companion closer.
Keeping an eye out.
Yes?
First, we're gonna take a look at what loot he starts with. He starts with Kana's turban, gives you +1 to intellect. Starts with basically a rifle, 28 to 42 damage, a two-handed sword. As you could see here, 19 to 27 fine stock. It's actually quite a nice sword and very nice damage on this arquebus. Now, what else he has? And he's wearing a heavy armor with minus 50%. You might want to do something about that. Now, let's take a look. He's currently a chanter. You get him at level 4. The race is Island Auman. I'm butchering the names. Apologize. As you can see here, he has different mini abilities. I haven't yet fully been able to use this character to the full extent, but I will make sure that I will. Upon receiving this character, you would also notice that you had gotten a quest called Time and Tide, which requires you to go find Maerwald. As you now have to look for Maerwald, so your companion would be satisfied. As you continue through this keep area, you would just fight few monsters, shadows, and few wisps, and some other things, and then you would come across this door with this ghost standing outside of it, yelling at you to leave. This is where your companion Kana would like to go.
I shall be quiet as a calm
To go
sea,
and find Maerwald.
which is not very quiet.
Once you enter inside the keep for the Time and Tide, you would come across this statue right here. Then you would ask her to tell you, she would ask you why you're here, and you tell her that you're looking for Maerwald, for which she would reply that she was also looking for him, and then she would open this nice little door for you, so you can go and look for him.
And what does the
Please
flame
note that there are a few
reveal?
shadows that you would have to face off, and few other things, but it shouldn't be a problem for you if you got this far in the game. Once you came down for Time and Tide into the dungeon,
They won't see me coming.
there are a few spiders that you will face off in this location. Please be wary, the battle, depending on the difficulty of the game, could get complicated. Then you would need to travel down this way. This ghost gentleman commander would appear and tell you for you to be ready, get ready like there's a battle ahead.
Hello?
Once you come down into the dungeon, into Endless Path of Nua, there are a bunch of monsters you can clear and so on, but where you need to go is right over here. What you'll find there is who you're looking for, but to get in, you either would need 3 mechanics and 4 lockpicks, or 4 mechanics. Or you could try killing the spiders and the lizards and then finding the key on their corpse. the heavy iron key. Once you loot it, that door will now become available to you and you can go in.
They won't.
After you have obtained the key, and of course, cleared out few other things, please note that if you would head this way, on the map, there's another exit that is over here. But before you can achieve it or get to it, you would have to fight a giant spider with tons of its support over here. The fight on all difficulties is actually quite difficult if you mishandle it, so please be careful of the giant spider queen. That also seems to drop a nice little weapon. But in any case, once you obtain the key, you head inwards.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll take care of it.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
Maybe we should come back later?
As you continue to talk to him, he tells you that his, kind
Maerwald
of
isn't
done fucked up
here,
stuff in the
and
past
he
life,
isn't
basically.
fooled.
And
He has
he's
sent for no
tormented.
callers. Be gone!
Maerwald will speak with you.
And he is
to speak.
tormented by the previous,
The window. The gods put me.
thoughts.
It was the gods. Little I lost.
as you continue through the conversation.
Memory.
It's actually
Ghosts of
quite a big
spirits
conversation, but please
and
note
not
that by the end of this
troubled
conversation,
memories, angry memories, pulling mail.
at the end of this conversation, he will actually attack you, so please be prepared and fully rested and fight him full heads on. Because this character, he is actually not that easy to fight, because he's a caster. I mean, if you kind of have a lot of rogue builds or somebody who could shoot real fast at him, yeah, you could take him out.
They
And of course, you
so
continue.
fragile. The watch. My fault. War, death. We brought. Hold
You could, of course, read this during your own time.
the boy for the soul. You'll get no pity from me. Soldier and marauder. How little we know. No. Keys.
And then, of course, he tells you
Secrets.
about different
Woodcut
things
City
and
of
about the
many
keys.
secrets
And
do
then
they keep.
this one, I need to search for a man with a leaded
Unawakened.
key.
Sleep well.
Once you finish
Hold.
this up,
I know your will
he will basically switch
Your actions were
personality.
seen.
You could
You
be
would
honest
sooner
with him,
betray us to the
but
idea
this will
land
result
thieves
in
than
him
take orders
attacking
from
you.
me.
Aggressive, he will again attack you. Diplomatic, he will again attack you. Clever, depending on how you lead it, will most likely he will end up attacking you. Depending on the thing, I'm gonna try to leave the poor man alone.
Your betrayal is for
As you
nothing.
can see,
Brave
it
thou
still
Cilant
results in him
believe.
attacking me. Once you defeat him, you would notice that multiple quests have been finished. And of course, you could draw from it, depending on your choice. Time and Tide has been finished.
The better part of valor.
Also, you would obtain Never Far from the Queen. You would also finish the Old Watcher quest that you've been doing. And also continue Time and Tide, where you have to find the ruins beneath Kaenua. And Trial and Fragments Scattered, where you still need to speak with Medwar.
So close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ardnua, the great Angwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course, but should we descend far enough, we will find some real history. To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after, Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name, scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author. If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two. Let's be off.
And as you could see, your tide and time and tide progresses. Right now, you're located in endless path of Ad-Noir. As you have spoken with the previous owner and of course disposed of him, and as you would travel through the dungeon, you would notice that if you come up over here, it's nothing indicated on the map. But if you approach this area, a little staircase appears. That is a descent to Endless Path of Ad-Noir, level 2. Right here, if you would jump down into this pit, you would not die. If you have a hook or athletics, a bunch of other ways of getting down there, you will end up on level 5 of the dungeon from the level 2 that you're currently on, allowing you to skip a lot of the dungeon and including its loot. It all depends on you. I would personally not do it because I would still end up backtracking to check out different stuff, maybe quests I could miss, you know, whatever it is. But if anything, this is one of the shortcuts that you could take to get to level 5. The Time and Tide quest is actually extremely long in some cases, at least everything that I decided to cover. So I decided to split it into 2 episodes. So please click on the next link available at the end of this video and you'll be able to continue, or in the description below. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in to another guide on Pillars of Eternity. I hope you all found this guide helpful and informative. Please check out other available guides on Pillar of Eternity by clicking on the next guide video or by clicking on the playlist that is located in the description below. As always, please click like and please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check me out on twitch.tv where I stream live all the time, to which the link is also available in the description below. Thank you all again for tuning in, and please be safe in a land of eternity.